welcome back to my gaming quarantine. This ELYSIUM. We finally got Kim back. I'm so happy about that. There's so many missions that we had that was waiting, including that dead body that we found on the boardwalk. I don't know if we should do that straight away. He won't tell me about that. Yeah. Oh, I can do this now. Let's do that, because we're already in the whirling. Maybe he gave me an item with it. No. No. No.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
I think I know where this came from.
Okay, and?
The shot probably came from Bell McGrath rifle. Yeah.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what getting shot? I think we should have more powerful guns. We are the law. Make consider every shot. I like it. Yeah.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems we're looking for antique enthusiasts. Could the victim have been mixed up with some foreign guerrilla fighters? Have well-armed jam bangers started crossing over into Martinez? Yes, I think mysterious is afoot with the antique bullet time.
Let's find out. Next step, finding the gun itself.
I did find the gun and I sold it at the pawn shop. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. No, you silly bum. Open the door. Steal her bottles. Make some money. She only has 3? That's casual numbers. I had millions. Hello.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
We have concluded
to a murder investigation.
Yes, we have concluded our autopsy. We'd like to question you about Lely.
Let's see. I wrote down the nickname Lelystat. We have questions that might help solve some gaps in our field autopsy. I'm sure my colleague has a few of his own while I take notes.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lelystad, the place?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary. Cows, silos, and wheat.
Okay, farmland.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Yeah. You were both from Oranje.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Oh.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
It was drugs.
No love for Muta Oranje? Wasn't he a soldier?
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Mercenary.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person, a small platoon leader, certainly not a patriot.
A flash of rage comes over you. The words have already left your mouth.
A disgraceful mercenary. Oh my god, the Oranese state should have checked his breast for sublime patriot rage before they trained him.
Had he passed that test, we wouldn't have gotten along. Come to think of it, maybe it was our hateful Aranya that brought us together.
Oh.
I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me too.
A column of air encircles her, brushing gently on the metallic silver fabric that covers her shoulders and her long, slender arms.
Revachol loves everybody. Revachol chooses carefully.
True. It did not love him.
The feeling dissipates. The cold passes. The woman's eyes follow yours.
How old was he?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
Oh.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points aren't good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
I did not know this was a competition.
It isn't. Police work is a cooperative sport.
This is clearly sports for him. Something like archery or darts.
It's still about getting hits right and not missing.
That's too pinball for me. I just like to get autopsies right on the first try. Where were we?
He's lying.
His eye colour?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it.
Quite a lot, yes.
It was an Oranese map of the waterways.
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Showing off how?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
Oh.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
And you're the woman.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Ah.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not very fun.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
Toxicology.
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I could do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Right, something miraculous is coming, he told me.
The lieutenant blinks. His expression does not change. All right, let's see where this is going.
From way out in the northwest, he told me.
Cool.
There is a sound, something in the reeds, when the wind combs through them, on the inlet, on the little islands there between castaway tires.
There is something we have all forgotten.
Her light brown eyes fix on yours, then disappear behind her bangs as she drops her chin. She agrees.
I think we've finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
I'm going to try and upgrade my volition with clothes. None of these clothes give me volition. Well,
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
that's what she
Below
said.
the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
And where is this
How
going?
old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
How old do you think I am?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
I don't know. 1 million years old? 21? 17? How old are superstar police officers usually?
45.
You're not.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a number.
Yes, but for him that number is higher than 45.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not
To
afraid.
the laboratorium.
Wait, I know how old I am.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted. A new badge usually...
Ah.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter.
So I'm 55? I thought I was 45. I want a date of birth generator. I want to know how old I am. Maybe we'll talk to this bitch first.
Yes, what is it?
What if I just forced you to leave? What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on. You don't want to make it work.
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
Are you bitter because your radio game failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Oh wow.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
You're going to cooperate.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if you could finish it, you can fuck off.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery.
All right.
Oh.
Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an offsite copy?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
Got
She's
it.
making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Alright.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
I'm going to ask exactly that question.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfect.
Basement?
Oh yeah, we had this
This is
already.
clearly a painful...
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Plaisance.
That's her name, I believe.
I've already been in.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
I can't.
In the giant ice bear fridge.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait.
We moved to a safer
A note
place.
from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy has been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone called Sulislav.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
I can't open
Valley
it.
of 1,000 Heads.
It's too
You
frozen.
like the sound of that.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or,
I'm
I don't
trying
know.
to.
I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
It's too
There's a
hard.
solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Is it a fucking super PRYBAR?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever
Are
that
you?
means. Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you are?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Yep, people in Martinez don't know what they're
She
talking about.
literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my range civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Well, anyway.
Thanks. And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It
Ah,
hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
what is the Kvalsund?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her
This-
face oval and sad.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place.
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Wow.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
And what else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oh, fuck.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
Who conducted the raid?
Well,
How come the lieutenant...
Yeah, you're not
3
sure.
precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being
I
it.
am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
We should find out.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Are you a follower of Doloresism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Delorian in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
Didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The Delorian system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Anti-object task force.
Fucking picture.
Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel. A raid against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
And attacking physical objects will heal me. That's some interesting stuff. Can I unlock that one? No? No, not yet. Okay. Come on, Kim. But I got way to be doing this.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown us.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Fine. Fuck you. Let's go and check the trap with the Phasmid. Where's it gone? There it is.
Just dead and dying locusts, and the slow swaying of surrounding reeds. Poor things.
Well, that's all of them checked. I guess there is no Phasmid. never mind. Let's look at the device that she gave me. Oh, that's cool. It's an advanced PRYBAR. It's fucking massive. Mate. We're gonna open everything. But let's go do the dead body first, whilst we're here. Look what I found.
A man lies on the boardwalk.
His eyes freak
His
me
limbs.
out.
Hold on. Looks like he's been dead for a while. I'm surprised no one found him before you came along.
Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. You'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
It's the working class woman's husband.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
It matches the description.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
What do you think happened?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Oh my god, do you think he was drunk?
Oh yes.
Alcohol poisoning?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning would have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
Kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this
Field
for-
autopsy.
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. Let's keep this detour as short as possible.
Okay.
Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
We found him. We should finish this case.
Alright. We've already examined the library card. Let's call the Jamrock Library from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about this Billy Méjean. And while we're there, we should also call the station. Let them know that we are taking the case.
Grotesque. This is grotesque. I didn't touch the coin viewer. Okay, so we need to go back anyway because I'm going to use the PRYBAR on the ice cream maker. Got a couple of things to do with the car, both with the ruby case and the new case. There's a church gun. We can do it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Let's try it.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your
28%?
giant
What the fuck?
multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
No ice cream.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Let's take the
You
memory.
gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Let's do it.
The beer's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, slowly melting. The power has been cut.
Ugh. Dark.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Cast the filament slides out like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place.
Let's listen to the
On
offside
cube,
copy.
the speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning.
Hello.
Doctor's accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the offside copy? Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
No, that's not it.
Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
Good. I've unlocked the offside copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Ka-ching.
Wow.
Portrait accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink.
Nice.
Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any
What
information.
happened?
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Let's read it anyway.
It's just black upon black. Nothing to see here. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting, it sounds like something's broken. Machine, the paper is tiles on the cube. The filament slides out
I
of
didn't get no fucking read it. That's really annoying, and it was a red check. I haven't talked to you in a while. Pointless twat.
Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, bye. How do we get down there? I bet I can lift this now. I'm super strong.
the barbell waits patiently on the floor like a dog for its
Maybe I have some clothes that make me strong. Yeah. Oh, time makes me weak. Bangers don't cry. Fine. What does this do? That makes me strong. Alcohol I need. Speed. Cigarette? No. Where's my booze? Right. That's it. Is it empty? Let's do it.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its
Uh-oh.
master.
No, Harry, we're gonna die. Oof. Kim's gonna be like,
You
fuck.
manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed. Even your body has failed you.
Fuck you, stupid barbell.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either. At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. Clears your head.
Yeah, look, there's no collars,
You're
so...
right. The weights may fall off. Better not touch it then.
Actually, I don't really care about
No
safety
one
hazards.
does until they get smashed under the barbell.
No, okay. Well, we fucking pointlessly didn't succeed that. Oh, she's not here. Oh, thank God. I don't want to tell her that her husband's dead. Hey, these dudes. They be back. Give me a coat.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
Give me the
Shrunken
jackets.
cophead with...
These guys aren't scared.
Why?
If you don't have to answer, then we don't have to give you our jackets. Doesn't sound like you have a reason.
Look at that shit on her.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
You didn't say that.
It's not shit, it's disco.
It's shit.
Please.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it.
It's true. You simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow. I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
So after I failed.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
I know you said you're more of a piss faggot kind of guy, but you only have one jacket and I want it.
I'm absolutely okay with not having
Why
one.
not? You could really raise hell.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, the need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Well, I got a coat. Who's that? What are you doing here?
The worn and beaten.
We...
Oh, what are you doing here?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Where's Renee?
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Gone where?
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Why did he die?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Coquette uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Do you think it's our fault?
No, René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Something mean that he's sorry, some right-wing royalist slogan, something forgettable like see you tomorrow. Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial.
Oh my god.
That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Here, take the photograph.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny...
Oh.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
Sincere condolences.
Yes. We are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
I was gonna ask him about Maybells.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
And why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals.
I thought we asked this.
They called them the bells of revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
I want to know some more things about René.
Yes? What about...
No.
I just don't know anymore. Everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
Teacup? Oh, because of the ceramic armor. Clever.
Huh. Oh, that's really gross.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open.
We should...
Anything else, detective?
Dead body.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified middle-aged man, 170, 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped off through the whole boardwalk and hit his head on the bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Looks like an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
Boots, trousers, leather jacket, library card.
Any information on the library card?
Central jam route, I just tried to call. His name is Billy Magine.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We are taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Armored boots, please.
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
I'm not reading that out. Fucking Fairweather 85, whatever, T5000.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then. No, and I doubt they'll get back.
Wait till
57,
10.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see as...
This is Precinct 50. Just...
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
I've already found it.
10-4, sir, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report.
Bye-bye.
Roger that.
I just wanted 5 experience. He was like, oh god, I'm not fucking telling you, you find your pissing gun. I didn't get the Buell back for him before he died. So, I sold the rifle here, right? No.
Yeah? What about me?
You're wearing a Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket.
What? These? It's just seasonal clothing.
Those look like airman pants, good for storing tools in.
Where is this going?
You see, Kim, I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
No.
It's no mere brain.
This is more than that, anyway.
Anyway.
In this special place, I have come to suspect that you have some kind of thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades.
I do not have a thing with Revolutionary Air Brigades in particular.
Just Air Brigades, then.
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure the Revolutionary has got nothing to do with it?
Absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
Good.
I learned something about you.
Good.
Let's find if we can buy the rifle pack that I sold.
Hello. The Coldima Madakwa. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I'm really getting into arts, like experimental things. Thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist. I have hobbies, it's like a normal person, because I am a normal person.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Well, it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Coldima Madakwa myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa.
Not very scientific.
That really wasn't the point. After the Symphonia, we moved on to the sounds of office supplies or something like that. And I doubt any of us would have been any good at pushing papers.
Let's listen.
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Do we really have time for this?
Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Seagulls.
And skewers, but shh.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
You know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
What was the point?
Sure, let me have a look.
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Photic paths, counter-radiance network, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. All right, let's see it. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
It feels like he would have accepted the risk if he hoped to profit from it. It's not greed, though. Deep down, he's a gambler, provided the stakes are sufficiently interesting.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time back.
12 quid.
The 15th Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock, running from wild dogs in the valley, hiding scents under rocks, and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule in Cylinder. The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have had that a while ago. Oh well. Rats. I have the offsite copy.
Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Don't waste your time printing it. It's broken. What are you hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Now what?
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
Can I do anything?
Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a program at work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
So what are the coordinates?
I found the coordinates.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just
where is your 2mm hole in the wall?
There. In the swallow. Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
Where are
What
they?
an interesting proposition.
I'll
Truly
figure
a
it out.
task for the intellectuals, solving the puzzle of water bowls.
Figure it out? No.
Okay.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating in this task.
Sure.
Thanks.
What water bowls? Ah. The third and the fourth, yeah?
It's awfully silent again. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. It moves like this task is an insult to your mental. Some water spills out of the bowls. The lead programmer, it's time to run back.
It's fine, we're helping her. She's happy.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
What did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Ah, is it just silence? Nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
You're overthinking it.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or quality has to be terrifying?
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
Death is scary. You can't just start over again. Or can you?
You have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona Lokanen-Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer.
Well?
Damn it.
Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened?
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it? This can't be it. You should have a listen.
Aye. Do I have clothes that give me perception? Oy, oy.
Yes, what is it?
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Oh, because we just did the tape, didn't we? Well, we need a better sound system.
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls.
There's that
causing
guy
a small
near the
patch of
pawn shop.
decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
But we could use the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks? Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Great, I'll go talk to them.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
We're fucking killing it. No, Kim, no. Hello.
Hello again.
Goodbye.
Come on. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been in there a few times already, Kim. My darling. It's no big-ish for me. Yo.
Hi again. So, how things go? Yes? What's
Good
the
news,
deal?
I managed to convince Suna.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share the space for a couple of weeks until she gets research finished.
That's fine. We can manage. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Oh yes, it's fine.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Gone. They said a couple of hours, but no time has passed. I'm going to teleport back to normal place, and then I'm going to call it a session, so that when we next play, it will be time for me to call the library about the dead body. Don't let me forget. Right, let's call it session. Until next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye!